All right, today we got a 2006 650i BMW and 6HP26 on the trans. All right, so what's going on with this? This had a code, didn't move, we towed it in. Had a code of gear ratio error in first. All right, but the deal is, we're probably gonna find the pump no good. All right, the reason why I say that is, first of all, when we got it here, we pushed the car in, started it up, and it's making a heck of a noise. Coming right out of the bell housing. Okay, also, when we check the fluid, the way you fill this, first of all, as I'm sure you guys know, is like, say you had the pan down and you want to refill this. You fill it through the fill hole right here until the fluid runs out, then you start it, and then you fill it again until the fluid runs out. Well, this wasn't taking any oil on the second fill, so it would be full. This came from one of the BMW shops that I do the work for, and when he was calling me and telling me the car doesn't move, and I says, pull the plug out with the car running and see if it seems over full, and he had the tech do that, and he says, yeah, it came pouring out. So he thought it might have been the Megatronic block in between the valve body and the pump. So he took the pan down, took the valve body down. The block was okay, so we put it back together. He put the oil in, through here for the first fill, and then started up, and it never took any more oil. And I confirmed that when I got it here because I had started it up. Well, first of all, before I started, I pulled the plug out, and the fluid dripped out. Steady stream, like it was full, not pouring out because they had it apart already. And then I started up and pulled the plug out again, and I had the same deal. The fluid still ran out, so it's not taking the second fill. So what we're going to find with this is a bad pump. All right, we got to do a relatively quick tear down. We can do like a chunk down because it is crazy, absolutely crazy busy. I got a 50110 sitting on the jack over there. I got an emergency job on a plumbing truck. And I like to film that this morning too. So we're going to tear this down quick. I'm going to confirm the pump is no good. We'll open the pump up, and I'll just, these units are used in BMWs, Jaguars, and actually a few other cars too. I got a question that came in on a Hyundai, I think it was an '09 Hyundai Genesis, and it has a 6HP26 in it. I was actually surprised to see that, because he told me what the transmission was, the guy that wrote the question in, and when I looked it up, under Trans Tech, they have an app where you can tell transmission type. It actually was. So we're going to open this up, confirm the pump is no good. We'll just tear it down the rest of the way, and I'm actually going to have to put it aside and start on this 50110 I got over there. So like I said, I'm hoping to film that too. All right, so let me get a little closer, and we'll start taking this apart. All right, so first thing I want to do here is I'm just going to take these bolts out here, and then we're going to flip this thing and take the pan down. This only has about 60,000 miles on it. Okay. Alright, so anyway, before I flip this thing, really not much on the outside. You know, this is your Megatronic sleeve, the thing that likes to leak, that you have to take out before the valve body comes out. You know, with that tab you pull up and you have your fill and check plug here. And that's about it. So let's flip this thing up. This unit probably was not drained, so I'm sure this fluid's going to come pouring out. Let me see how much room I got. Yeah, I'm just going to put you guys on hold for 1 second. I got to make sure I got an empty bucket because this thing's probably full. All right, I got enough room. Okay, let's see if we can break these things loose here. Oops, wrong socket. Okay, these will come loose. So actually, you know what? I have the pan down. So this is just going to be a fast tear down. You know, kind of just chunk this thing down and confirm the pump is no good. Alright, little stuff on the magnet here, but the pan of course is going to be replaced because that's integrated with the filter. Alright, get rid of some of this oil. Okay, so now I want to take the sleeve out. Now we're going to take this sleeve out here. So we're going to lift up and pull this out. Okay, next thing we're going to do, take the valve body off. That's going to be the larger T40. Okay. And so it's going to lift right out. Put that aside. All right, here is the Megatronic block. This actually is pretty good shape. Alright, so we have the bolts out already. So we're just going to get the pump out now. And what we'll do is we'll open the pump to confirm that it's bad. Okay, so let's open that up. You know, what I think I'm going to do is just pause it real quick, and I'm just going to move the camera down, and we'll work in this area here. Just give me 1 second, let me just reposition here. Okay. Let's see if these will come out. And this is, I believe it's a 30, T30 socket. And what I'm doing here, I'm taking all of these on the outside, around the outside of the stator. Okay, these bolts will stay, the inner bolts will stay, and what will come off is just the body and gears. Okay. Yes, sir. This pump is shot. Okay, so the whole thing is going to be changed. I actually have a pump. So this is all round up here. And I'll just give you a shot of this thing, what the gears look like. Here's a piece. Check this out. This thing's all busted up here. Thing's all busted up. So let's see if we can get in here. Look at it, here's a piece. And this is frozen in here. The outer gear. That's about as far as I can get it, but there's your pump. So it did confirm the problem. Okay, okay. All right, so let's just put this aside. Now, I'll take the assembly apart of the E drum, the A drum. Okay, this is the B clutch drum. And this bearing here goes right there. And when you're knocking your bushings in, you got to make sure you knock it down enough because this has a lip on it. You don't want it, the bearing sitting on the lip there. Okay. All right, so now we got to get the snap ring out. See how easy this is going to come out. Let me get a different screwdriver here. Just make sure I'm at the, yeah, okay. All right. Snap ring's a little hefty, but let's see if we can get this thing to move. trying something else. Just got to get under it. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, that's what I needed to do. And now we got this. Okay. Okay, this pretty much is beveled on both sides. All right, so now the next thing we got to do is we have to get these seals. These seals here we got to get out. And I'm kind of using my snap ring pliers, twisting them, loosening them up, and they're pulling right out. And these, of course, come new. And we got 3 different lengths here, so you want to be careful, you know, when you're putting these things in. So we got 3 different lengths. Okay, now we're going to pull the center support out. Pretty much the rear flat. We'll open up the, you know, the first part, the A drum with the E drum, and I guess that'll probably be about it. Let's see if we can get this thing out. Okay, here we go. This is your C clutch. All right, here's a sun gear with a bearing. I'm sorry, with a race. I don't go like that. Okay, clutches look pretty good. Get the get this nut off the back here. Let's move these actually out of the way. Okay, so it's an 1 3/8 12-point socket. But this won't go on all the way because of the little shaft there. So let's get this out. And so this right here, this will come right out. That'll come out. And you don't want to lose a little shim. It goes right there. Okay, and looks like on the other side, where the seal is. Okay, there is another one. So one go on this side, one go on the other side. So you want to be careful with this. I'm going to be changing this rear seal anyway. put this here so I don't lose it. All right, so this case pretty much is stripped. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just take a look real quick. We'll open this here. Let me just reposition, face it down. We'll just take that apart, take a look at the clutches, take a look at the B clutch, and button it up, get it off the bench, and I gotta get the next one up. Okay. So what I do here, these have little tabs that lock. So I just get this into position, I give it a little tap, and out it comes. This will come off. And these bushings, the other bushings are going to be changed. Okay, this is your A clutch hub, your E clutch hub, your E drum, and your A drum. All right, and this planet will come out. You got to kind of get a screwdriver in there and depress the little snap ring that's in there and pull it out, like, you know, this edge, this side, and then this side. It'll come out. And don't play around with this washer because it's very expensive if it breaks. Let's take a look at these A clutches. All right, these clutches, you know, everything's going to be, clutch-wise is going to be okay. And we'll take a look at the E clutch real quick. The E clutch, these things do tend to flake, so I am changing these. Yeah, actually, you know what? These really aren't that good to begin with. These are bad. Yeah, all of them. And that's no codes in for the higher gear, but you know what happens is that rear stator bushing. The rear stator bushing rides here, rides down here. All right, so that's a nice surface. And as the bushing wears, allows the oil to leak. That applies to E clutch. That's why if you, and E clutch is on 4th, 5th, and 6th. So if you have issues, anything with the higher gear ratio errors, 4th gear ratio, 5-4 gear monitoring, 4-5 gear monitoring, it's usually due to that bushing. Okay, so I think that's it. 2006 650i ZF6HP26. We found a completely busted up pump here. And I do have a pump. I got some parts coming. But first priority is the next one that's coming on the bench. It's a 2013, it's 5R110. And I'm going to actually clean the bench off and get that ready. And tear that down real quick. I'm going to film that as well. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching on the BMW. Have a great day. We'll see you next one.